G'day, Grey Nomad here. I'm going to do a walk around what's made of the track so far. Now it might be a bit boring to most of you, but I've been asked by my wife to do it. The reason being, she's not really up to the job of walking around it anymore. Which is a little bit ironic, because when I started making this track 7 years ago, I largely started it to give her somewhere to exercise without having to walk out on the road or bash her way through the bush. Well, I never really got much of it made back then, so she never got to walk on it, and now she's not really capable of doing so. So she's asked me, in lieu of her walking around it, for me to film it. So it might be a little bit boring for you guys, and I'll probably speed up a lot of it. But you might find it partly interesting as well. So we'll flip the camera around, and we'll go for a walk around the track. So this is the spot where I stopped on the upper half of the track a couple of weeks ago. The track goes all the way around there, down into that gully, and eventually we'll come back in a loop to about the spot where I'm standing now. But for today we'll just walk around the part that's become a formed track that I've actually dug. Now this tree here, I commented on a previous video, I thought it might have died, but I think it was just in a comatose state due to the drought. Looks like it's coming back just fine, because this is going to be a spot where I put a bit of a park bench or something to sit under. And I'm kind of hoping this tree is going to become a shade tree to shade that bench. So there's the track. We'll just start walking around. For you guys on YouTube, I'll probably speed up a lot of this, like I said. And if there's anything worth commenting on, I'll slow it down at that point and comment. We've been having a fair bit of rain here lately. Not heavy, but it's been constant for days. Look how this regrowth is starting here. Not sure I want it on the track, but anyhow, we'll let it go for the moment. And here we reach a fork. Up there is actually the entrance. That goes up to a spot we call the saddle. And down here is where we'll go now. That goes down into the gully. This is a 7-year-old track that I've recently refurbished a bit. Now we're just contouring at the moment up to a switchback. What we're doing is heading down there. That's about 4 or 5 meters fall at probably 60 or 70 degrees, which is why we're doing all these switchbacks along and back and down again. Things like this I was going to chop out, but I think I'll grub that dirt away from it and make that big tree root a bit of a feature. Now the main track switches back just here and goes down into the gully. But as you can see, I blazed a bit of a track over here, so I'll just go and show you what's at the end of that. Bit of a detour. I was going to chop a log down so I'd have a bridge across one of these gullies and something to practice my balance on. And when I was exploring the other day, I noticed this log already here. So I cleared away from it, and the track actually goes through there and way down yet another gully and meets up back at the track we were on a minute ago. I try and bring the track through interesting little, you know, groves of trees and things. So it's not always the best, most efficient route, but I like it to be a little bit more interesting as well. This all needs to be made into properly formed. It's quite steep, hard to walk on at the moment. Right, back onto the main track. That's a log I put in 7 years ago. It hasn't rotted away yet. When I first blazed my way through here, I came from the bottom of the gully upwards and came through this spot. Well, this took me about a day to cut my way through the lantana. It's a lot thinner. Even the part I didn't cut out is a lot thinner than it used to be. This is essentially impenetrable. As I said, it took me about a day to cut my way through here with a machete mostly and a mattock. Now that little detour we just went on, that goes around another gully and up here and joins this track at this little bridge here. Look at the lovely green leaves. Now the other day I walked past here, I wasn't paying much attention, there was a wallaby making a home in that little hollow there. So now we're walking down one of the main gullies. Oops, hang on, we've got some stuff on the lens by the look of it. I'll just wipe that off. Yep, that's better. This is all fairly new, even though this is kind of the old track. I realigned it a couple of weeks back. Little bridge just there. I try not to chop any trees down. This one was kind of coming over here, so I pruned it a little bit, but I try not to harm the trees any more than I have to. This is all new. This took over a day to cut this. It's all rock. Well, it's crumbly rock. It's not solid bedrock. That's an old bridge. This is going to be a proper bridge one day. I don't like to cut down trees like I just said. This one's really in the way, but they're nice trees these, so hopefully it'll grow up and be out of the way and provide a bit of shade. Probably long after I'm gone, I suspect, but anyhow. I think they were called a bat's wing something or other. Really nice trees. They're thorny though, but they look nice. You can see down in the gully there, that's what this whole area was like before I cleared it a few years back. This track needs more doing with. It's still on a bit of a slope and a bit awkward to walk on. But I've elected to try and get 100% usable track rather than 30 or 50% perfect and the rest of it not done at all. This is a very steep section here. Another switchback. I need to fix this up. This is I'll just get here and turn back again. That was a hole. I don't know if it's a goanna hole or something. My foot went right through it when I was working here. And this is an old hole. I don't know if there's anything living in it or not. I'm going to have to probably put some sort of breeze block in there to shore it up, but still allow holes in case there's something still living there. There's my machete out there in the rain. It'll be right. That was an area I mentioned the other day I'm going to have to clear. Used to be a grassy area. I have cleared some of it, but all that's got to go yet. Down here to another bridge. I use the term lightly. It's just a plank. If you're out here in a proper rainstorm, that actually does flow quite readily down here. It's quite nice. A lot of roots here I don't really want to disturb, so we're just going to have to live with them and walk around them, walk over them. This is a nice area. Carpet of leaves and all these nice trees. I don't even know what they are really. I'll have to find out one day. Now that's where the track used to go, that little bridge there. But I've decided to stay up on this side of the bank so we get that view as we walk along with all those rocks and the leaves. I don't want to disturb that any more than I really have to. So the last few days I've been cutting into this bank. You can see the angle here. But get those tools there. Whoops, oh dear. I just walked under a tree and got saturated. Those tools are laying at about the angle of the bank. So this has taken me quite a while to dig this out. I've got to go a bit further along. We'll see if we can walk along here without falling over. It's not too bad here actually. This is going to go down here. Once again, let's see if we can do this without coming a cropper. Oops. Oop. So there's the track up there. Going to come along here and it's got to come down here somehow. I'm going to have to make steps, I think. And this is the low point of the track. It's just lovely down here. I sit down here in the rain sometimes, or even in the sun, whatever. And if you're quiet, if you're not blabbing to a camera, all the birds come out and you can listen to them. And the wallabies, I was here the other day and the wallaby just walked right past me like I wasn't there. Oops, starting to rain. No matter. So that goes down there. That's kind of getting out of my property now. And the track we'll just walk up here a bit. Haven't made this yet, of course, but it will come up here. Another nice little area. A bit of a wash away there. I don't have anything. I think there's a hole under there. We don't have wombats around here, so it wouldn't be wombat hole, but who knows. Anyhow, that's about it for now. The track is going to go up that hill, all the way along the ridge there, back to where we started. Could be about 1 kilometre in total, I reckon, but I'll have to measure it one day. Clearly I'm not the first here. I think they took some big trees out of here. I don't know how long ago. Probably 20 or 30 years ago, I suspect. So that's a quick walk around. Probably too long for a lot of you, but like I said, I wanted to do it for the wife. We'll leave it at that for a moment. One day when it's more finished, I might do another one. So there you have it, a quick walk around the track. Bit of a tour. Probably not quick enough for some of you. I really didn't do it for YouTube. As I said, it was designed so my wife could see the track. But having got the footage, I thought I might as well post it as well. It's nice and lush down here at the moment, and getting lusher literally by the minute, I reckon. Look at that bush behind me. Because we've had a fair bit of rain lately. Not heavy, but it's been constant for days. It's kind of nice, but it means I'm just going to have to cut more stuff. I don't like that part of it, but anyhow, you get that. Yeah, I sometimes come down here, and I plan to do a lot more. Just come down here and sit. I'm actually going to put chairs around here, or some form of seating. I might even bring my beer down at beer o'clock and just come down here and listen to the birds, talk to the wallabies. They do just wander right past sometimes, almost totally ignore you. So that's it for today. Grey Nomad out. Hello mate, want to come for a walk? No? Oh well, suit yourself.